sort of money to bring this guy to the football club. The only thing I can see, he can play on the right, he can play on the left, so he's a bit versatile. He likes to get the ball and run at the fullback. He likes to, he's direct. But then I'm looking at thinking to myself, well, we've got Wanyeri already at the club. Develop him. Why do you need to go and spend all this money? We've also got Martinelli at the club.
Some people don't want him at the club. It's cool. They're on the panel.
No. I mean, I understand, and I accept that we may need to sell him, and I accept that if offers come in for him, then Martinelli would be one of the ones that would go. But if you're telling me that this guy's an upgrade on Martinelli, then I'm not in that camp yet. I'm afraid, my friend.
But wait, can I just say, yeah? Sorry to interrupt you, brother, but like, I think for me, like, I don't really want Madueke like that in it, yeah. But Madueke is not a bad player. I think Madueke is actually a good player, yeah. And I think he's someone that you can't really judge the signing until the end of the window. You see, like, if we do all the business that we're supposed to do, and man sign Gyökeres, man sign like the right players. Do you get what I'm saying to you? I think.
Yeah.
I think then it will be a good signing because, bro, yeah, Martinelli, cool. Man might not consider Noni better than Martinelli, cool. But, bro, he's completely different. He's left-footed. He can play on both sides. He's more of a dribbler in tight spaces than Martinelli. And obviously, you were saying about we got Ethan, but let's have it right. Ethan's not a winger. Like, Ethan is a central player. Yeah, he can play there, but he's not. He's not a winger in it. So,
is he Noni good enough to kill Wanyeri's minutes out wide?
Ethan's pathway in the middle of a pitch where it's supposed to be. Do you get what I mean? When Odegaard is finished doing what he's doing and he's learnt from Odegaard, then Ethan's ready to go and step in there. Do you get what I'm saying to you? But man saying, oh, why are we spending 50 mil on Madueke? 50 mil on Madueke, bro. You have to remember, yeah, bro, Elanga's going for 45 mil, 50 mil. Like, Madueke is an England international. How much P's are we supposed to get for England international who's 23? Like, we need
a good point. Where's the
I understand what you're saying, but for me, is it okay? I mean, you mentioned Elanga. Is this guy miles ahead of Elanga in
100%? Elanga's just a speedboat.
As I said, time will tell. I could be proven wrong. But if you was to run a poll on the fan base, the majority of the fan base of Arsenal, Madueke would not have been one that you would have wanted to sign.
He wouldn't be there for me either. Like, I think he's got good ability, but I think he thinks he's better than what he is. That's why I don't want him to come.
That's actually one thing I like about MSB. I hear you and you're right. And there's a lot of concerns allegedly around his attitude and all of these things. But I think I've seen many a player at Arsenal. You couldn't get the ball off them in a phone box, but they've got all the ability in the world. They don't necessarily believe in themselves. I wouldn't say he's average, but quote unquote average, but he believes in himself. But that being said, I want to go back to what you said, SP. I don't think you're wrong in that, this is the market, it's 50 million, etc. But when you isolate Madueke, is this the best way we're utilizing our funds? Especially because I think we all know Gyökeres is going to be expensive. I don't know where we're all at with Rodrigo. That's expensive. Eze's expensive. Do we have 50 mil to waste?
No, but you know what it is, DG? Yeah? You're not wrong, yeah. But you know what it is? You see, like us as Arsenal fans, man want us to do the business in the order that we want it to be done. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Preferably, we would want a 9 first. And then we're gonna want the left winger or the attacker, and then we can say, "Oh yeah, look, like, oh yeah, we've done our business now." Bro, business don't work like that, bro. Unfortunately, it doesn't go like that. You know already. So this ain't a signing for me. That do I want really Madueke? Not really. But is he shit, bro? No, he's a good player. So I think at the end of the window, that's when you can judge the signing. Like I said, if we do all the business that we need to do. Like, DG, if we signed Gyökeres, we signed Eze or Rodrigo, we signed Mosquera, we've got Zubimendi, we've got Norgard. Bro, signing Madueke, it's not going to be a bad signing, bro. Do you get it?
I hear that.
In isolation
my concerns, sorry to cut in, the only thing about my concerns about signing him, are we then still going to pursue the Rodrigo? Because I don't think we're going to do two. I can't see us signing Rodrigo if we get this guy in, and that's the only thing where I sit. I mean, I don't know where where the chat sits and Kenny on this, but I can't see Rodrigo coming in as well as this guy. I think it's either going to be one or the other. That's where I am with it.
That's fair.
I hear that.
Kenny, where are you at? You're muted, I think. Or is it just me?
No, I can't hear him.
Kenny, I think you're muted, you know?
I was mute myself all the time. I thing about Berta, what is going under a lot of people's noses is that I call him open goal Berta. It's an open goal signing in terms of the fact that but you look at it. Chelsea are overloaded with wingers now. You know,
Just got Shao Pedro for a bit more than this.
It's highly likely that he's going to get enough playing time. It's World Cup year. Arsenal have seen that. Traditionally over the last couple of years, Arsenal have been looking for wingers. You know, Mikel Arteta's priority has never been a striker; it's always been a winger, especially on both flanks. You know, he wants cover for Saka, and he also wants someone who can play on the left. So, in terms of that prototype player that he's given to Berta hasn't identified, Madueke, England international as well, young, which is Arteta does like players, 23, 23 or younger to work with and to try and develop. However, I'm with everyone, most people on the panel. Seeing when you think of players that you want to develop, Madueke was never in my thinking. So I'm not going to make a complete pork chop of myself and pretend that this is a player that I've always wanted and I always thought the club would want, because it'd be complete lies. I've seen some spectacular appraisals of Goalkeeper over the last couple of days when a lot
we're going to get into all of that.
Well, the last couple of days, a lot of people were making spectacular, like bullet points for Sesko. So shame on them. And
they
we have
Sesko. They don't quite fancy
we have memories like elephants. But in terms of Madueke, I personally am not for it, but I do. But when I think of, I can only assume, because I ain't got know the facts, the reason why Arteta's looking at him and Arteta be persuaded is because he can play both flanks. He does that.
There's even rumours he thinks he could cut out a future as a left winger.
People say at Chelsea he alternates on the flanks between himself and Neto, who also plays in the left. So that's probably the reason for the signing. In terms of how it affects other signings, you got to remember one thing: Eze and Madueke are not the same player. They play operate differently in different parts of the pitch. Eze, as we've seen with Crystal Palace, can sometimes operate between a number 10 and number 8, and his starting position is on the left-hand side. But people think that you always have to have like for like signings. Like if you replace one player, then the player to replace them has to play the same. No, it doesn't work like that in football. Invariably, when you do get players in, it's because you want to sort of tweak the way you play. It's because you want to evolve the way you play. Like, for instance, you look how we played under Mikel Arteta when he first came to the club. And then look how we played in 2022 when we should have got to the top 4. And then how we played when we first had the title stint. It's all night and day. He changes the style quite regularly. He settled upon a style which is basically boring to watch, which is safety first, and basically plays in the opposition's hand. But who knows, maybe with the addition of certain players, he may finally play attacking football and we get the ball forward quickly. Maybe this guy's part of it. Me personally, he's not a player that I'm going to champion. But if Mick Arteta's looking to play a more sort of quicker tempo, and he is looking for players who can operate on both sides within a game or be that option, then Berta has delivered for his manager in terms of that. Looking at it, said England international, can start games for the football club. That's probably what it is. Why he's identified that. Don't big Berta up as this, this magic wand guy who's going to sort of get.
And Berta, we trust Kenny, man.
He's going to invert your trust. Berta's getting open goal signings. I mean, what's he done so far?
We're doing the same things we would have done regardless of it.
Yeah, that's how Arsenal operate.
But I don't think so, But I don't think so, bro. I can't lie to you. I never seen Arsenal be this. I feel like we've been a bit ruthless, bro. Look at Kim Kallstrom, Rosicki injured. We've had bare injury, man. They're just chilling on the wage budget.
He ripped
bro.
up contracts and shopped in Chelsea's bin though. SB.
No,
like,
I
he was
heard
doing
no.
that.
Listen,
Hello?
I heard that. All right, cool. Exclude Madueke from what you're saying, because man are gonna think that, oh yes, Madueke, so we're doing it instead. But bro, think about it. Man's got signing-ins early. Bro, when have you ever heard us sign, man, before the window's even open? That don't happen.
Slightly hate.
Happen,
Yeah.
Bro, that don't
There's been a
happen,
couple
bro.
examples, but it's the
Hey,
exception rather than the
know
rule.
we're
You're right.
always flirting with this person. We be flirting with them for time, and then it's a smoke screen for this, and da 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 da. We'll drag it out for ages, and then we'll sign someone else. We always do that. That's how we move. We move like little man. But now, like I don't know. My camera's moving mad, but I don't know why that is. Yeah, but this year it's just like, bro, man's moving more ruthless. You get what I'm saying? Like man's not playing games. We're signing.
Well, yeah, definitely. I agree with you in that fact that he wasn't like pandering to Thomas Partey's wage demands. So that he already dealt with Partey as well at Atletico Madrid. So that was kind of a situation where he said, no.
Even like getting contracts done early. Gabriel,
yeah,
done.
definitely. I mean, you're right, but that's his job. But getting rid of players like Tommy Asu, again, that is something we've been called for a long time. But so far, in terms of the plays he's been getting in, Norgard open goal signing in terms of like his availability. Kepa screams open goal. You think about it, we need a number two, someone who is an architect number two. He's on 100k a week, which is something that would have been a problem for Bournemouth, but certainly won't be a problem for us. So those are the kind of sort of open goal signings.
But I don't understand you as fans. Sorry to cut you off, but bro, I don't know. Like, this is the thing that gets on my nerves about Arsenal fans. Yeah, man, complain that we don't do business properly. Da 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 da. When man's getting it done, he's getting it done. Like, bro, we signed the most. But we signed the most. Hold on, we signed the most expensive keeper in the world. Whether man think Kepa's cold or not, as a number two, he's calm.
That is shameless.
Bro, for 5 million. Wait, for 5
No.
million.
The other bit of what you're saying is, I agree, but the most expensive, that's shameless.
It's mad, but it's 5 mil for a backup keeper. Cool. Like, we got that done. We needed a goalkeeper. We didn't wait. We just got it done. Neto's going, so we got another one. Jorginho left, so we signed him with Nordegaard. Not expensive signing. We didn't waste big P's on that. Yeah, so we signed Nordegaard to replace my man. Partey's gone, so we got Zubamendi in. So now we're at a level playing field where we was before. So we need to make sure that the squad's like feel that. So at least now, like, we can go and get the signings that we need. Like, I don't understand why people are complaining.
Frustration. It's illogical, some of it, but yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying to you? Patience. Like, it's what's the date today? The 7th, the 8th, the 9th. Like, bro, we got time. The window's just open. Like, we just have to take time. I get it. Like, everyone wants signing now, but we know it don't work like that.
Let me ask you a question, SB, as well, because I don't think you're wrong here, and I think many people are like that. As the days go on, they're either going to be happy or sad, depending on what we do or what we don't do, right? But could you forgive fans for being a bit pessimistic if they were thinking about that last summer? Because we all were probably saying that based off of, we flirted with winning the Premier League title. We all know what we did and didn't do last summer. So, yeah.
Bro, man lived through it with them. I'm there. I'm one of them. Last summer was an idiot thing. Bro, summer was an idiot thing. But, bro, you can't judge people off of what they haven't done. You have to treat them for what they do. Berta wasn't here before. So I have to go off of what you've done now. What are you doing now? I ain't going to judge you off of old people's work. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Bro, that's crazy. I can't do that. I have to judge you on face value of what you're doing now. What I've seen you do now, you're moving correct, innit? That's all I can go off. As much as, it frustrates me how we move as a team, because we move like idiots normally. But now, my man's coming. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I don't know what more the fans want. Like, you want everyone like to tomorrow. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But how does because you said at the start, and I don't think you're wrong, but just trying to be devil's advocate, you said a lot of ifs, like if we sign this, if we do that, if we do that. I think I agree with that, because what we do on top of Madueke will decide things. I think many people have their question marks about Madueke, but as DJB said, if you were to prove us wrong and get a Rodrigo, get a Gyökeres, get Eze, and do all the other things, we'll say, all right, do your thing with Madueke. But as it stands, Madueke seems to be coming through the door. We don't know for Eze and all of them. how does Madueke get us closer to what City have done or what Liverpool have done? Because he's hardly a level raiser at this point. We all hope it's a masterstroke, but right now on the 9th of July, it's like, oh, even off that left-hand side, and I think Kenny Ken said it in that, Eze will play in a bunch of roles. But if we just assumed he was going to play left wing and he signed for Arsenal, he's a clear upgrade on what we've got. I feel when I look at Madueke, Trossard, Martinelli, you're all a mixed bag of the same kind of player.
Of course. You're not wrong in what you're saying. But again, bro, man, just have to be patient, because man don't know. Now, if the window closes and we sign Madueke and that's it, bro, I'm getting mad. What do you mean? I'm going to be there with you in the trenches, bro. I'm getting crazy. But right now, what can I do? I can't do nothing. I just have to sit tight and wait, innit? Do you get what I mean? That's all we can do, bro. There's no point of going crazy saying, oh, why are we not signing this person? Because let's have it right. There's only certain players that we can sign that's going to improve this team. It's not like there's an abundance of players that you're going to be able to go out and get. Like, there's only certain players. Do you get what I'm saying to you? And a lot of those certain players, most of them are going to be playing for teams that are actually very, very good, just like Arsenal level or even better. So it's not just simple where you get up. Eze is maybe the only anomaly of a player where you say, okay, cool, that's going to improve the level of the team, and you're going to go and take him from a team that's not better than Arsenal. Everyone else that people are, let's just go and get Rodrigo. Bro, he plays for Real Madrid. He's not playing for no idiot team. He's playing for Real Madrid. Do you get what I'm saying to you? It's not like he's playing for no idiot team. So it's not simple, just go and get Rodrigo. Like, it's not that simple. So, like, people just need to be patient. You told me, I don't know if I'm going wrong here or if I'm going mad. You told me what other player, apart from Eze, that is at a team that's worse than Arsenal, that's going to come to Arsenal and improve the level just like that. There's not going to be many.
Well, I think Rodrigo would be one of them, but I mean,
Real Madrid are better than
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, I'm all up for Berta. I mean, when Berta came to the football club, I thought at last, because all this nonsense under Edu and Arteta in previous seasons gone by has been absolute madness. When you look at the amount of money that's gone through this club and the players that have come in that are not good enough, Fabio Vieira, Pablo Mari,
rubbish.
Tavares, Sambi Lakonga, all men like this. I mean, it's just been money wasted, just thrown at a problem to try and solve it, and it hasn't been solved. So now Berta's come in and things are moving, and that's what we was all hoping for, and that's what seems to be happening. Now you got to remember, like on the Gorkarez thing, this Gorkarez is a Berta signing. It's not an Arteta signing. He was digging his nails in for Sesko. He wanted Sesko last season. Sesko sort of fits the style that Arteta plays. That's all fallen through. So Berta's acted on Gorkarez, and hopefully, if we can deal with the petty negotiations that they're asking for, we can get it done. But as going back to this Madueke, if the window closed tomorrow, and I understand what you're saying, there's still plenty of time left. However, we haven't got an abundance of money. So what I'm trying to say here is that we have to release players. Berta's job is not only to sign players, it's to get players out the door. There is no way we can continuously keep bringing in players 55 million, 60 million, 70 million, 80 million and not shift anyone out the door. Martinelli has to be, players like Martinelli, whether you like it or not, has to be sold to get these players in.
He's getting double figures next year, man. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
What business is.
And
and the Trossard's got to be going. We've still got Fabio Vieira's hanging around at the football club. Nelson's still at the football club. All these players have got to go out the door for us to do business. And that's and I know what you're saying about time. But when sliding doors, when you got to get players out and players in and negotiations,
spinning several plates.
Suddenly July becomes August. Suddenly you're 2 weeks away from the kickoff.
Right. You're right.
And what I'm trying to say is, we should have these. I was expecting a lot of the signings to be made in June.